Kylian Mbappe and Haaland. Is there a situation that could find these two players playing at the same team in Europe or at Real Madrid? Florentino Perez has really come out and really updated us as far as these rumors are really concerned concerning Mbappe and Haaland to Real Madrid. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, go in the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell to enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. Rokani David is my name, and let's get into these stories now. Florentino Perez is really looking for the heir to the throne of Karim Benzema. That of Ronaldo has not yet been gotten a heir, and obviously very many other players like Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, because they're really aging, and maybe Dani Carvajal are some of the players that they really want to come in and really put into this side of a team which goes by the names of Real Madrid. But obviously it's going to be a tough hassle. But that of Casemiro, Tchouameni came in through, but obviously Tchouameni alone is not enough, because they really need to see this player play game in, game out, always at a side which goes by the names of Real Madrid, because they're really lacking a player they trust into those areas of the midfield area. So we look at Toni Kroos and Toni Kroos, maybe Camavinga will come in for Toni Kroos as a replacement, but Jude Bellingham is one of those players that they are really looking at to bring at Real Madrid, to make sure that he plays into that Toni Kroos role, because he's really a very good box-to-box midfielder and his creativity is undoubted, and for him, he really has a lot of more eye to goal than Luka Modric, but his creativity is not questioned, and obviously he's one of those that you want to watch in there for you, that is really going to not fail your eye test every time you are really watching the game of football. The other two players, I believe, that are really so much impactful at the side which goes by the names of Real Madrid that Florentino Perez is looking at, is the replacement of Karim Benzema, and secondly, a player who plays onto the right attacking side of the midfield, because Vinicius Jr. has really accomplished everything onto the left attacking side of the midfield of a team which goes by the names of Real Madrid, and that right side is really lacking. However much they bring in Rodrigo and Valverde to play that side, there is even Marc Asensio. I think there is something lacking, and that front three of Real Madrid is not threatening if at all you hear the names, but Vinicius is the most sounding name, and Karim Benzema, of which Karim Benzema is 34 years of age. Now, that leaves us with the question of whether Real Madrid will one time bring in Kylian Mbappe and a player who goes by the name of Erling Haaland to the club. Now, while attending the Ballon d'Or ceremony that we took place into France, that was won by a man who goes by the names of Karim Benzema, because it was really written all over the world that's going to be him, Florentino Perez had lots of things to say about these two players. First and foremost, Kylian Mbappe. It will be really remembered that Kylian Mbappe was one of those players that Madrid bid £160 million for in the summer of 2021. And it was turned down by PSG. And obviously, Real Madrid thought that maybe the guy was going to join them next summer on a free. But obviously, it didn't happen, because the president of France even intervened and said these players are not going to leave PSG. But recently, we got a story coming in from Fabrizio Romano, confirmed sources, that this guy is really fed up of a club which goes by the names of PSG and is not okay. Though after the Champions League game, he said he's okay with PSG, but obviously this guy is not okay with PSG, and I believe he wants to go ahead and really leave. And I gave you the reason to me that is more sounding. It's Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland has gone ahead to score 20 goals. 20 goals in, is it 11 appearances? Were they 11? Yeah. I think they're 11 appearances. I think there are 11 appearances, because they never played in the game of the Champions League that saw Man City draw with Copenhagen away in Denmark. So I believe he wants to find another move to a more sounding club that can really make him really equal Erling Haaland. Because as things stand right now, if Man City happens to go ahead and really win what we call the Premier League and they win the Champions League, there is no way this guy Mbappe is really going to go ahead and really compete with Erling Haaland. Not until France maybe does wonders in the World Cup, and he has been really one of those high-scoring players. He can really go ahead and really compete for this trophy. But Haaland is really looking one of those into the pole position to win it, because maybe it's the missing jigsaw into the puzzle of a man who goes by the names of Pep Guardiola to win the Champions League. And it rotates so much on who wins the Champions League, as you saw it yesterday. If at all Liverpool had won it, maybe Mohamed Salah would have gone into the equation of the Ballon d'Or. Now, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez on Kylian Mbappe, he said, "No, I'm not tired about Kylian Mbappe rumors, but I'm not even reading the stories about Mbappe," he tells Aguero. Then he said, we have great future with Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo. They are top players. They can win the Ballon d'Or. So what he did, he just put in what we call in how do we refer it in English? Because I'm looking for perfect term. These are just blocks that are really temporary, as far as this guy is really saying, because he knows that he wanted Kylian Mbappe and Kylian Mbappe really shunned them. And for Real Madrid, it's like an abuse that a player really has shunned them, especially coming to their club like Kylian Mbappe, because Mbappe was in direct contact with Florentino Perez and told us that before he really put pen to paper on his new contract at PSG, he had to tell Florentino Perez that, please, I'm not coming. So Florentino Perez right now wants to show us that Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo are really better players. Obviously they are, but not better than Kylian Mbappe. Obviously Mbappe is one of the most flamboyant flair players you'll see that are really on the world market. And obviously I know even Florentino Perez would like to go in and really get this player. But he did this in a sign of respect for the club of Real Madrid, because it is unusually heard of that a player shuns Real Madrid. That's unheard of. So that's why Florentino Perez is coming out and really saying this to us all. But obviously it's not something you're going to go in and really hear a lot into the world football, that he hasn't heard about the rumors of Kylian Mbappe, and he really brought in a juggler of Rodrigo and a man who goes by the names of Vinicius Jr. Obviously they are good, but not to the level of a man who goes by Kylian Mbappe. But Kylian Mbappe is wanted by Real Madrid, and you never know, there might be a deal of Mbappe joining Real Madrid anytime from now. But after Kylian Mbappe, he was asked about a man who goes by the names of Erling Haaland, because for Erling Haaland, he came out and really said that he wants to play in every top league of Europe. And obviously he might be at Man City for 3 years or 2 seasons, and later they'll sell him off and he might go to Real Madrid. And I believe we might find ourselves having Mbappe and Haaland in the same team if at all Real Madrid is willing to spend. But it will depend on the father of Haaland and the other agent, the agency that really runs that the agency that really runs the businesses of Erling Haaland. Because if you're Erling Haaland, you know that you and Mbappe are looked as the heirs of the throne, the heirs to the throne of Ronaldo and Messi. Then you shouldn't be in the same team. To create really stiff competition, you need to be here getting in results from different teams altogether. If at all Haaland can be at Barca, and obviously Mbappe at a side which goes by the names of Real Madrid, then it can be really a very good game of football to compete with. That's why even Haaland wants to come out from PSG to join a team which goes by Real Madrid, because Haaland is really taking the show and news of him. So I don't know whether Florentino Perez will go on and really do the needful and bring in Haaland first, because for him he's going to be a very good, an easy player to really acquire, because he really wants to get out of Man City in like 2 years from now. But it will depend on the money that other teams are really going to come out and put on the table, because the player in Haaland really wants to go ahead and really leave Man City in 1 or 2 years from now. Now Florentino Perez said about the release clause of Haaland, he said, I have no idea on Haaland clause. Honestly, we have the best players in the world at Real Madrid. Mbappe rumors make no sense to speak about it. All right, we have Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. They are top players. So for him, he is just not wanting to shame his team. But there is no way you can't tell me that you don't need Haaland. There is no team that doesn't need Haaland. Every team needs Haaland. That's it. They need Haaland. And a team which goes by Real Madrid is in the most situation that really needs Haaland, because their leads man or targets man is having 34 years of age, and they are going to add him 1 year, and they also wanted to sign Gabriel Jesus. The problem was they couldn't really bring in another foreign player because Vinicius Jr. had not really gotten a visa that would have seen him at Real Madrid recognized as a Spaniard. So after he got it, now they can go ahead and really sign in one more player that is non-Spaniard, and obviously Haaland might be one of those, and they'll be admiring him, and I think he's one of those top strikers that they might be looking at in the near future. So Haaland might find himself at Real Madrid. The same applies to Mbappe. And will that dream come true? The president, Florentino Perez, doesn't want to talk about that a lot, because he was even blamed for not signing a man who goes by the names of Mbappe and making him sign a pre-contract, because they had agreed everything. Sorry about that. The money, everything was tabled very well, and obviously they couldn't do the needful to really bring in a player who goes by the names of Mbappe. So I believe he doesn't want to really see himself into this competition or in this talk that can really fire back to him and make him lose the presidency of Real Madrid. So guys, I don't know what you think about Mbappe and Haaland to Madrid update. Do you ever see these two play for Real Madrid? That's the big question. Into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about Haaland joining a side which goes by names of Real Madrid, and Mbappe too, as referring to the president of Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, as he was at the Ballon d'Or. I hand you over there, my Lord. Thank you very much for watching in. We are back. We are coming in with some other 2-3 stories. Obviously, this is the Rokani Media Football. And I hand you over the mighty Lord. May Him protect you abundantly. This side is pretty chilly. It's raining, guys. And obviously, every time it rains, my internet really has issues. That's why you see me not so active this time. But I pray to you that the Lord really gives us a chance to see to it that we really get back to the levels that we've always been on. I'm out for now. See you later. But your reactions are hugely welcome.